Hello everybody and welcome to Bishop Guertin High School in Nashua, New Hampshire, scene of a jam-packed Caliga Dome gymnasium. John Collins with Tom King. It is a Friday, January 25 of 2019, and the Bishop Guertin boys basketball team about to host North.
Good to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a good Nashua North team, and I think that's why it's Hawaiian night here at BG. We have the band behind us.
You're right next to them.
So we are all set here to go. It's going to be very loud. And you know what? I was here for the Alvern game 3 weeks ago. One of the loudest crowds I've ever experienced here in the last 5 to 10 years.
Wow.
I think the more loud crowd was of one of the volleyball matches we've done.
Wow.
So they're up for this. Now Guertin, a team that's kind of struggling a little bit, 3 or 4 wins. North, a very good team. Familiar name for North, Curtis Harris. If he plays well, the football player, he's the point guard. If he plays well, distributes, drives, they are good.
6-1 on the season. North off to a great start. They are trying to win their 6th game in a row. We have the opening introductions here. We'll talk more after you hear the introductions of these players. Well, let me talk over it a little bit and say that they need a spotlight in here.
They got one right up top.
It's not
right
hitting
down.
the players well enough.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not helping our cameraman.
Not helping Tim O'Neill, who is located.
Yeah.
We're on the stage. Tim O'Neill is in the middle of the bleachers.
Yeah, they separated
Center
us.
court, yes. Well, that's my fault. That's partly my fault.
Right.
So I can have a table for laptop and computer access and everything else. But this is just going to be a great team, a great game. They're going to do the national anthem. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game right after this.
Strawberries? Okay.
Let there be light and let there be loud.
It is definitely loud in here. Now, we talked about Nashua North. For Bishop Guertin, their key, they need scoring, John, and I think Austin Hisco can provide it. But he can't be the only one to do it.
Yep. Nashua North coming into tonight's game with a record of 6-1. Behind only Winnicott, Exeter, and Salem in the boys Division I basketball standings. Winnicott, Exeter, and Salem, they've got 7 wins so far on the season, but North could join them with a victory tonight. Meanwhile, Bishop Guertin struggling a bit, as Tom mentioned, at 3-5, but on their home gym, they've won 2 in a row. They lost their first 2 home games, painful 2-point losses, but they've won their last 2 decisively at home. They won by almost 40 points in their most recent game against Pinkerton.
Yeah, well, Pinkerton's a team that's struggling this year. They're going to finish at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, which is always a surprise when a Pinkerton athletic team doesn't do well.
Exactly.
There's a tip-off won by Curtis Harris and the Nashua North Titans.
And that's the key, John.
He shoots, leaves it short. We've had a first shot, a first miss, and BG pushing the pace as they come down court. BG on the screen to your left, and of course, Nashua North in the all blue, dark blue, and Carolina blue on the screen to your right, defending their basket now as the Cardinals seek the game's first 2 points, driving to the basket. A great feed. A great feed there from Joe Da Silva to Sam Mullet. Mullet scores the first 2 points of the game, and a steal. Kyle Baker gets a hand in.
And that's Hisco with the ball, distributing.
In rhythm, Da Silva. Off, rebound, Guertin. Good job, Kyle Baker, setting up.
There it is.
Austin Hisco.
There it is.
And it's a 5-point lead.
Start on the road is not what you want if you're North.
Guertin feeling good on their home court on a Friday night. Here in late January, we got a foul as Curtis Harris drove the paint.
Yeah, and it looks like he slipped a little bit too. There might be a little bit of a wet spot there.
Non-shooting foul, I do believe. And so the Titans maintain possession. We have a whistle away from the ball. We got a foul against North's number 14. Chris Inzerillo got a little bit too physical for the officials' liking. We have 2 officials in the striped shirts on the Caliga Dome floor, which is just ringed by students, except for, of course, the short wall on the end. And sometimes you'll see some students actually run up against those doors and out into the hallways with the enthusiasm that they play these games, the pace they play these games at. Hisco lost the handle a bit. He feeds it outside to Kyle Baker. Baker hands it back to Hisco. Had a little bit of an opening before he was double teamed.
You could tell that Guertin is just into the jump. They're really into this game. Their players are juiced. Look at this.
Hisco bounce pass underneath, and he draws the foul.
I would have liked to have seen Hisco drive the lane on that. He was almost too unselfish. He had an open jumper, either take it or drive the lane.
Baker drew the foul on the act of shooting. I believe it was the second foul against Chris Inzerillo. And the first free throws of the game will be taken by Kyle Baker. A 6'2" junior guard and forward misses the first free throw.
See, I think Hisco, jump shot right there. North's tough inside. If I'm them, I try to establish the perimeter when he had that chance.
Baker misses both.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Brendan Choate with the rebound as he hits Curtis Harris on the wing. Another, I thought it was a whistle. It was just somebody in the stands.
Right, you got to be careful of that here.
Inzerillo up top. Swings it out in rhythm. Joshua Lentz missed that one. We incorrectly identified him last game. We got that correct now. Joshua Lentz, number 10 for the Titans, who still don't have points. There's a shot for 3. It just missed short. And in the scramble underneath, we got a foul.
Oh, that's a big foul. They call over the back on a rebound.
A defensive foul.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It looked like a clean board to me, but they say pushing off over the back.
I got a good rebound story for later in the game. Rebound related. Guertin with the ball driving the paint. They kick it up top, slowing it down a little bit. Austin Hisco swings it over to Joe Da Silva. Da Silva gives it to Kyle Baker. Baker twisting. Sam Mullet in the corner it goes. Everybody's touched it now. Andre LaPlante gives it to Hisco. Driving, splits the defense, lays it up and missed it. But Baker, another huge offensive rebound.
Boy, was that ever.
Hisco tries to give it back to Baker, but it was poked away alertly by Harris, goes out of bounds.
Guertin, they could be up 9-10-0 right now, John.
Really could. They should have double digits as they put the pressure on, got a lot of great looks. Time of possession. Inside, great feed. He should have went up with it, you would think. And it's out of bounds off of the Titans again. What happened there?
Just lost the hand. You know, the thing is,
Joe Da Silva underneath.
When you've got all this enthusiasm, you want to be quick. He was too quick.
Baker
I mean, they're really pumped up, you can tell, but the crowd's quiet now. They're waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, Mason Carroll trying to make it happen, drives into a double team. Good defense by the Titans. Harris pushes it to Brendan Choate for 2.
And there you go, that's how fast they can score.
A one-possession game just like that. It seemed like Bishop Guertin had a huge advantage, and still they turn it over. Now, the Titans could conceivably tie. 8-minute quarters in New Hampshire high school boys basketball. Guertin has kept the Titans to just 2 points through the first 3.5 minutes.
And that's a victory for a team that could probably put them up in a hurry, although there have been games where they've been struggling on offense.
Brendan Choate, will he go right, will he go left? He does both, leaves a few defenders in the dust, long on the jumper from short range. Kyle Baker pushes it, actually Mason Carroll to Hisco, the fadeaway,
bang,
swish. Hisco makes it a 5-point lead again, 7-2. The trailer is Gabriel Buxton. Buxton returned pass to Harris, he's fouled.
Harris got fouled, and he was gonna give it up. You know what? Again, too unselfish. Drive the lane. Make something happen.
Bishop Guertin on a 2-game home winning streak after 2 painfully close losses at home to begin the season. They had lopsided victories in beating Goffstown by 20 and Pinkerton by almost 40, and they're trying to carry that momentum here on another Friday night of home cooking. Brendan Choate off the glass and in. Choate's got the nice touch going from the right side of the hoop. He's got all four of the Titans' points. Guertin swings it around now, 3-point game again. Newly into the contest, driving to the basket and drawing the foul, Andrew Arica.
I'll tell you what,
offensive foul.
If I'm Steve Lane, I'm very happy with the way my team has played defense, even though they started off down 7-2.
Yep.
Just because it could have been a lot worse if not for their defensive stops.
Steve Lane, the head coach at North. Matt Regan in his second year, right?
Check out the crowd in the corner. Wow.
Oh, it's packed. Choate double teamed. He gets it inside, and Gabriel lane violation. Wow, they're calling it tight here early.
They really are, aren't they?
3:20 to go first quarter. A 7-4 Bishop Guertin lead on their home court. Here's Joseph Da Silva, sophomore guard. Gives it to Mason Carroll, trying to find some penetration.
And remember, Da Silva was that quarterback in football that we saw. He's got a lot of athletic ability.
Up top, Arica. Choate barely, basically daring him to shoot. He passes it up, gives it to Mason Carroll. Carroll has it batted away, but gets it back. Arica again open for 3 if he wanted it. Kicks it outside, in rhythm for none. Shot taken by Joseph Noon, in and out. Brendan Choate, another rebound to go with his 2 baskets. He's played well in his first quarter. Kyle Baker blocks the shot of Chukwuekem Okori. Chuck Okori went straight up with it, and Kyle Baker matched him.
Great defense.
Bounce pass to Arica. Andrew Arica to his left on the dribble. Feeds it over to Joe Noon. Noon inside. Baker, actually Mason Carroll had a chance.
He had the ball, he just lost it. If he didn't, he would have gone right up with it.
Da Silva, open. Matarazzo. Maxwell Matarazzo is good on that one. Driving, Harris, spectacular drive to the hoop, he got fouled. 10-4, double digits now for BG with that dramatic 3-pointer by Maxwell Matarazzo. A 6'5" senior was wide open and he buried it. With just over 2 minutes to go first quarter, BG off to a good start here tonight. The underdog on paper against the 6-1 Titans. Bishop Guertin entering the contest at 3-5. But again, a 2-game home win streak. Trying to add to it. Titans looking for 6 wins in a row overall.
Big rebound.
Offensive rebound, nicely done. That ball seemed to be right on line from Okore, but he just off to the right, it turned out. In rhythm, Maxwell off to the left, badly missed that one. And air ball catch by Harris. The cutter, Okore, can't get it up and over the rim. Fast-paced action with 1.5 minutes left in the quarter. Great block by Brendan Choate. Right in front of his student body, and they let him hear their appreciation as he got up.
A lot of athletic ability out here, but Choate has really come on. There's some games where he's not as involved. This is not one of them.
He had his Cheerios. He had a full night's sleep, it seems like.
Yep.
But his man gets open inside as soon as we say that. Joseph Noon beats Brendan Choate to the basket and lays it in. So it's a 7-point lead for the Cardinals, up 12-5, and it is deafening in the Caligula Dome. On the wing, thinking about it.
Wide open.
Matt Regan wanted a travel call. He didn't get it. That's in and out. On the wing, bounce pass, return, open, doesn't want it.
Got to take it. 1 minute left in the period.
Exactly a minute to go in the first.
You get an open look, I'd take it if I'm Guertin. You've got 12 points. It's worked for you already.
Andrew Arica being guarded closely by Joshua Lentz. Arica gets fouled. Almost had the old-fashioned 3-point play in the making.
Oh, it's a good take. I mean, he's got speed, he's got jumping ability, so he can get to the line. The question is, can they make free throws?
AA1 at the line. Andrew Arica with a deep knee bend, and he misses his first free throw.
They've left points on the floor here.
They have. Bishop Guertin in game 9 of an 18-game schedule. Arica hits the second free throw. It is the biggest lead of the night. 8 points, 13-5 for the Cardinals with 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Brendan Choate backs it out a little bit. Gives it up in the corner. It goes to Sam Nichols. Nichols back to Brendan Choate. Whirling Dervish finds a wide open Josh Lentz. Left it short. Mad scramble for the loose ball. Lentz will. They travel. He didn't have a foot down. Kind of just rolling around like Julian Edelman on a fumble. So you have to have a plant foot in basketball. He gets called for the travel instead of a jump ball. It's a turnover.
Yeah, see, it's not football. That's the difference.
And it's 18.4 seconds to go first quarter, and BG has a chance to put an exclamation point on this quarter with now 10 seconds left. And that bounce pass goes awry. So opportunity missed on one end. Let's see if the Titans can cut down the deficit with 7 seconds remaining. Harris driving, scoops it, leaves it way short. There's time for one last shot. And a nice athletic move by Joe Da Silva to get it over the basket. 13-5, BG with, I think, Tom hit on the key. What defense, regardless of how many points they left on the board. They only allowed 5.
Great job by them defensively, but you know what? They're getting a lot of loose balls. They're getting a lot of rebounds as well.
Yeah.
North, I think they need to penetrate more. Problem is, they've relied on Choate and Harris. Really nobody else.
Yeah.
They need everybody else to get involved a little bit.
You're right. It has been very much a team effort by Bishop Guertin. We've only said a few names for North, it feels like.
Right.
So Conan O'Brien, who redid his show, he lost his band.
We got it behind us.
We got a band. We got more band than we bargained for, I think. I'm gonna try to maintain my voiceover here as we look in on the Titans huddle. John Collins with Tim O'Neill on camera. Tom King, our color commentator extraordinaire, who's done it for decades here. The last time that Bishop Guertin won a state championship was 2013, was it?
Connor
Green, state.
No, this team.
2011.
Been a long time.
Yeah, we did the game.
We did the game.
Yeah.
They beat Trinity.
Trinity, good memory.
And then they lost to Trinity in the finals the next year, I believe.
We got a foul away from the ball on Joshua Lentz, and it's going to be a turnover. Offensive foul as he was fighting for position on the wing right in front of us here on the stage. I don't know if we're on camera, but glad to be here. Thanks again to Bishop Guertin's staff for setting up.
If we are, everyone can see how I do the photos.
Yeah. Arica passes it up. Return pass to Silva, lost the handle. And here come the Titans. Sam Nichols gives it up, and off his foot. It's getting sloppy here early in the second quarter.
Giving that ball up. Take it to the basket.
Yeah.
Go right in. It's that kind of a game.
And of course,
you start hesitating, and he who hesitates in this game tonight is lost.
Last time Nashua won a basketball championship, boys, 2002 before the split. So this is a promising start to the season for a Nashua North team, but they're running into a buzzsaw of home cooking enthusiasm right here as BG's now got a 10-point lead, and they can add to it some more as that doesn't go for Joshua Lentz. Arica has it on the outside. Looking inside, gives it up to Austin Hisco. Back to Arica, found an opening and makes the most of it.
17 to 5.
Timeout, Coach Lane.
Wow.
Just too much momentum now for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. You know, I looked up our old friend Connor Green, the Gatorade Player of the Year, last time Bishop Guertin won the state championship. You wrote about him so many times. You probably know this. He went to Amherst College and won a national championship in Division III. And he won it in the Georgia Dome, which was demolished to make room for...
Georgia Dome's still there. I believe it's still there. It's right next door to Mercedes-Benz.
Well, Wikipedia's got it wrong. They said it was demolished.
Really? Maybe it was.
Yeah. And next to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Maybe it was.
Where many people are heading.
It's right next to it.
Next weekend.
It was located right next to it.
Yeah, they said they hesitated to tear it down till Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but Georgia Dome, where Connor Green won that national championship, the only building in the world to host a Super Bowl, Olympics, and Final Four.
North ends a little bit of a scoreless drought.
And quiets the crowd a little bit. That alley-oop pass actually turned into a shot that was missed. And a steal. Bishop Guertin making the most of some sloppy play by the Titans. Arica loses the handle in traffic but got fouled on the way through. A 10-point lead for Guertin. 17-7. Chance to go to the line and add to it for Andrew Arica. So Andrew goes to the line, listed as a senior guard, 5'10", has had a big impact on this game. Many of the players on BG have gotten involved. It's been a struggle for the Titans. They don't seem to have
ever.
Yeah, no cohesion on offense.
None.
And you know they haven't struggled all season because they got a 6-1 record. They've done very well offensively, putting up 77 points at home against Dover just over a week ago. But they are on a sorry pace right now, scoring-wise, here in the unfriendly confines of the Bishop Guertin Gymnasium, as they find themselves down by 12, 19-7. Arica, damage done, comes off for a breather, and here come the Titans trying to go on some sort of a run. Curtis Harris with his head up, looking left and right, Driving's double teamed in rhythm. Shot from the wing is short. Rebound alertly gathered. And another try missed. That was Nathan Kane who went and got his miss. Driving to the right is Mason Carroll. He passes it to Sam Mullett. Mullett outside to Baker. Baker's shot no good. And rebound by Nathan Kane. In the corner.
Got to hit those.
Kane.
Nope.
Doesn't get a friendly bounce. Curtis Harris working hard for that rebound. And Choate can't get it to go. Kane actually make that. Gabriel Buxton gets fouled as he gets a huge offensive rebound. Certainly the effort is there by the Titans, but
and Bishop Guertin's got to do a better job on the boards, John, and all looking up at the ball rather than trying to box out and make sure where the blue jerseys are coming from.
Okore.
Nice
around
move.
The rim and in.
Nice move by Okore.
Chuck Okore, whose full first name is...
This won't be a runaway, believe me.
Chuck Wooey Meka. But we'll call him Chuck, and I hope he's okay with that. Driving baseline, and a reverse doesn't go for Sam Mullett. Fast break, Kane. Okore lost the handle and the foul as he tried to recover. Got his hand on the back of maybe Austin Hisco. Chukwueka McCory, and we'll have an inbound play right in front of the camera here on Nashua ETV. Head coach of Bishop Guertin, Matt Regan, is assisted by John Fisher. Steve Lane of North assisted by Mike Henderson. Sam Mullett is at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Actually, it's a 1-and-1 situation. He missed the first live rebound. Kyle Baker got it. Mullett gets the pass back to Baker, and he put it, no. Baker gets it back, he's blocked. Hisco gets the loose ball. Off-balance shot, in and out. I think adrenaline has arrested the scoring touch of both of these teams right now. Just can't get it to go, especially the Titans. Off the glass and in, just as I say that. Brendan Choate finds the glass again.
He hit a few outside jumpers, and it loosens everything up.
Absolutely.
You know, and it allows the penetration game to work better, and that's why Matt Regan just called timeout. You've got to go out in the perimeter and cover.
19-11 and comfortable for now, 8-point lead for the Titans, but so much basketball left to be played.
Tons.
Game 8 of an 18-game schedule for the Titans, who will next play on the road at Pinkerton and then at South.
Just gonna be, I mean, you love the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You love it.
60 years ago today, Bill Russell pulled down 39 rebounds in a 119-118 win over the Detroit Pistons. January 25, 1959. 39 rebounds in one game. Wow. Probably won't see that tonight.
No, I don't think so.
But that's why he's a legend. So Bishop Guertin trying to add to their 19-11 lead here with just under 4 minutes to go. Mullett fouled as he drives to the hoop. Mullett back to the free throw line. I assume that the viewers at home can hear my voice when the band starts to play. And maybe, no? Tim gave me the signal, maybe not. That's what I thought, so maybe I'll just let them perform and be quiet during those bursts for both.
Yes, John, be quiet.
Both of our goods, you know? I mean, no reason to talk over the fine Bishop Guertin band here. The stage band that's alongside us. Curtis Harris with it. trying to bite into that 8-point deficit. I think he wanted to get a call there, but actually a good non-call as the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a good non-call, but Matt Regan's looking for it, shaking his head as he talks to the refs, as he looks at the refs.
Chris Inzerillo, who's always good for a burst of enthusiasm and a spark for his team, checks back into the game. Brendan Choate can't receive that inbounds pass because Arica skied to take it away. Andrew Arica outside over to Sam Mullett. Mullett to Joe Noon. Noon has it stripped by Curtis Harris. It's a foot race. Curtis Harris with that rockabye baby scoop try.
He can go up and dunk it.
Wow.
He's got that athletic ability.
He seemed to be on the way.
You really wonder which sport, right?
Yeah, well, he's better at?
Yeah, which sport? I mean, I think football, but
I think so too.
He's got the basketball ability if he can
He sure does.
Harness it. Remember, he's just a sophomore, so, what's he going to look like as a senior? Probably bigger, stronger.
Yeah.
Could be faster.
Hits the first one, looking for two. Makes them both. A 6-point game, 19-13. And the Cardinals will inbound it. Andrew Arica, double teamed, gets it over the half-court line. It's kicked out of bounds into the fans in the front row. Wanted to ask Tom about Jim Stellos. I saw a sign as I drove in here.
Jim Stellos passed away, John.
Passed away.
Yes.
That they named the Stellos Stadium after?
Yes, exactly.
That's big news. And Bishop Guertin alum?
Passed away. I don't think so.
I don't know. It may be a contributor to the school.
Well, he's a contributor to a lot of youth things, and he was a contributor to a lot of youth things in Nashua, John. And I worked for the man. He was a part owner of WNDS TV in Derry.
Jim Stellos, great man.
Yeah.
And nice pass underneath. Maxwell Matarazzo's also got a three-pointer, so he's got 5
but
tonight.
Harris with the answer, no.
Out of bounds.
It's all about the start right now for Bishop Guertin, and it's one thing that's carried them so far.
It'll be inbounded by the Titans' Nathan Kane, looking for a teammate to pass to. Finds Steve Norris in tight quarters, and Norris got fouled, or was it away from the ball? Matarazzo commits his first foul, only the team's second. And he's at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. This will be live if it's missed. He hits it. Stephen Norris trying to make it a 6-point game again. If he can hit the second one. Off to the right. Rebound. Guertin's Joe Noon. Andrew Arica, captain of the offense in this first half, goes to his right. Was that a travel? Joe Da Silva dragged the pivot foot. Official was right there. It's a turnover, and the Titans have a chance to make it a 4-point, maybe a 3-point game. Oh, actually, they're down 7, correction. Brendan Choate got sealed off. Inzerillo, too strong to the basket. Had a gimme layup, couldn't get it to go. Arica up top. And Da Silva. J.D. Josh Da Silva. A three-pointer. Harris tries to answer, and he does. Curtis Harris for 3.
That's the best thing you could do, is just keep trying to keep pace until your defense can do the job for you.
Back to a 7-point game, 24-17. Arica with that stop-and-go dribble. Andrew Arica unstoppable on that possession. 26-17. Guertin back up on top by 9. A fadeaway by Choate. Very difficult looking shot. And Nathan Kane over the top. Or do we have the guy underneath getting called with the foul? No, it is on Kane. Yeah, over the top. Stephen Joseph De Silva had great position defensively there, and Kane just took him down. A minute and a half left to go in the first half. Joe De Silva has a chance to add to a 9-point lead, and he does. Make it 27-17. This half has flown by.
It has, hasn't it?
De Silva. Curtis Harris with it. Bobbled it a bit. Guertin wanted a call for palming it. Brendan Choate gets fouled. Arica a little bit too aggressive on the body check near midcourt. 8th team foul against Guertin. So Brendan Choate at the line to shoot 2. Arica's second foul.
But again, on the defensive end, they're still allowing baskets.
Brendan Choate.
And I'll tell you how it's going. This is a Guertin team now that's got 20, well, they put 28 points up. He's got 28 points. And I saw a game a week ago, they only had, 3 weeks ago, they only had 39.
The entire game.
So, yeah, exactly. So North's got to play better defensively.
Brendan Choate hits his free throw, and it's a 28-19 game with a minute 15 to go in the first half. In the corner, Mason Carroll. This is Joseph Noon going to his right. Gives it up in the corner. Arica, he's not liking the long distance shot. He hasn't, I don't think he's taken a single 3 yet. Driving, taken away, ends up in Arica's hands. He's blocked as he goes through. The Titans thought they got a clean block. Instead, Chris Inzerillo gets called for his 3rd foul. And Andrew Arica will shoot 2 free throws with 56 seconds left to go in the half. Chance to get his team to the 30-point plateau. If he can make them both, he makes the first one. Andrew Arica hits them both.
That's key. I mean, they've missed some earlier in the game. They're not missing them now.
30
Let's
to 19.
See what Guertin's in a tight. It's a hard zone. And
Arica with a clean pick, and he takes it to the basket.
Could have been goaltending.
Choate.
That could have been goaltending.
Okore travels.
Oh, what a nice
Clean
defensive
block
play by
by
Kyle Baker. But that could have been goaltending down at the other end.
Could have been.
It was above the cylinder.
Yeah.
Wasn't going down. You'd have to have the replay to show that.
I know when I do it, they call it on me every time.
Now,
when I'm up at the top of the backboard like that. Timeout.
I actually get so high I miss the ball.
Wow, Brendan Choate can get up there, though. I'll tell you what. Hey, that was the LeBron James block in the Cavaliers championship right there. Smacks it off the backboard. Electric atmosphere in the Caliga Dome. About a half minute to go in the first half. Andrew Arica over the midcourt line, sidesteps Nathan Kane. He's double and triple teamed over there before he gives it to Baker. They swing it all the way to Hisco for 3. Left it short. Rebound.
Oh, that would have brought the house down had he hit that.
With the exception of that student body that you see there in camera in the background, all the kids from North who are well represented here tonight, the Titans are. Foul against BG on the offensive rebound, trying to get it, and Gabriel Buxton draws the foul. 21 seconds to go. Gabriel Buxton calmly swishes the first of 2 free throws. 30-20, an even 10-point game right now. As Gabriel Buxton tries to make it uneven.
Oh, you're trailing by 10. You need your free
Loose
throws.
ball snatched away.
Yeah, you know, the tenacity on that rebound, you can tell. That's one thing with Harris and Choate. They don't give up the ball very easily.
Tremendous.
They'll keep swiping at it.
Job of stealing it without committing a foul. In the corner, in rhythm.
Oh, my.
And it's no
my
good.
Goodness. Remember that shot. Remember that shot if this is a close game at the end.
Davis Camacho, number 23.
He had the ball, John. It went out. It was going back down, and then it came back out again. Remember that shot if Guertin loses by 1 or 2, because that was a three-pointer that would have given them an 11-point halftime lead. As it is, it's 30-22, Nashua North trailing Bishop Guertin here at the Caligula Dome. I'm Tom King, that's John Collins. We'll be back with the second half right after this. Don't go away. It's a great game.
Awesome game so far.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Caligula Dome as we begin second half action here with BG up 30-22 in an action-packed.
Action-packed is right.
In a facility-packed game. The Cardinals came out like a house of fire. They gave only up 7 points to the Titans in the first quarter, and they start out like they did in the first half, scoring first. Up by 10 now, 32-22. Brendan Choate, who had a big first half, left that short. It was the Brendan Choate show and Curtis Harris, and not able to get a lot of the team into it as Mullet goes to the basket, and it's a 12-point lead before the Titans even know what hit them.
I know, that's exactly it. You know, you start out slow in the second half, you're trailing. That doesn't help, and it really helps BG. I'm sure Matt Regan said, look, you've got to keep the intensity level up for 4 quarters. I'm sure that was his message to his team.
Up top it goes to Curtis Harris. Fakes right, goes left, underneath to Inzerillo. Nice play by the Titans underneath. Inzerillo was all by himself for an easy lay-in. 10-point game, Guertin in control. Mullet with Choate all over him. Kyle Baker was double-teamed. He gets it outside. And falling to the ground was Joe Da Silva. The foul goes against the Titans. And Mullet with the inbound play to Baker. Up top it goes to Hisco. In rhythm, Mason Carroll can't get it to go. Slapped out of bounds by Baker. Knocked the goggles off of Curtis Harris on that play, but he puts them right back on. Curtis Harris with Chris Inzerillo, Brendan Choate, Joshua Lentz, and Nathan Kane. The 5 Titans on the court to begin the second half. A minute and a half in. BG with a double-digit lead, 34-24. Inzerillo up top. Sam Mullet on Brendan Choate. That's an athletic matchup there. Throws it over the hoop, and loose ball fought for on the ground. Curtis Harris wide open for 3, in and out. No good. Kyle Baker with the rebound, and the Cardinals will choose to slow it down a little bit. Off the fingertips of one Cardinal, right into the hands of the other. As Sam Mullet rescued it from going out of bounds. Cross-court pass to Joe Da Silva, lost the handle for a second, gets it back, and 5-second violation. 34-24. Inzerillo with it. Harris walking it up court. On the wing, up top. In rhythm, it's a shot, and he was pushed. They could have called that a 4-point play. Brendan Choate nails it, and it is only a 7-point lead for the Cardinals, just like that. A big hit there for Brendan Choate. Josh Lentz with good hustle, knocks it out of bounds, off the hands, out of the hands, I should say, of Sam Mullet, so that it is still Cardinals ball. De Silva inbounds it to Mullet. Hisco traveled. He was going so fast and put the brakes on so hard that he wasn't able to secure the pivot foot sufficiently. Got called for the travel, and now Titans have a chance to cut into what is only a 7-point deficit. They've trailed from the opening of this game.
They've got good basketball talent.
Harris.
But can they come back? Can they stop? Can they handle BG's intensity? You know, you've got to take the opening when you get it if you're North, and right now that door is open a little bit.
Underneath. Inzerillo lost it. Dives on the floor and gets it back with sheer determination.
Should have called timeout when he had it.
That would have been a good
timeout.
move.
That was the play to make, and here comes Guertin, boy. They got to take advantage of this.
Mullet twisting, got fouled. Oh, they called a travel on Sam Mullet. The 360-degree dribble apparently too good to be true. Sam Mullet almost looks like he's wearing his shorts inside out because the tag is in the back is sticking out. I don't know if that's a new style, maybe not. Maybe it's just the tag is sticking out. Curtis Harris has it at the top of the key. He's going to shoot it off to the right, rebound.
And I like that. I think Curtis Harris should shoot it more. Didn't work for him there, though.
Kyle Baker rebound. Here's Andrew Arica. Goes to his right. Mullet faked he was going to pass it, but Nathan Kane wasn't fooled, although he did commit the foul, according to the official. Blocking foul. Non-shooting foul. Maxwell Matarazzo checks back into the game. He's got at least 5 of BG's 34 points. And here's the inbound play. Hisco. Josh Lentz all over him. Hisco spins baseline, double team. Kyle Baker tried to receive that pass, but it was an alert play by Brendan Choate, who got to the loose ball first.
Okay, now how does Guertin defend? Are they going to go with a man-to-man on the perimeter and then a zone inside? That's what they've been doing so far. It's kind of almost like a 2-3 zone, but it's man-to-man out top.
These kids are in good shape, man. There's just like, they've been going fast since the opening tip, and it doesn't seem like anybody's even breathing hard.
Well, let's put it this way, John. It doesn't take much to be in better shape than I am right now. So
yeah, just incredible pace, but it's like, I don't even think stamina is a factor for anybody.
I don't think so either.
They get a few timeouts here and there, and it's sufficient to catch their breath. Chuck Okore with it outside, looking for an opening. Joshua Lentz being guarded closely by Joe Noon. Up top, Nathan Kane almost lost the handle in the corner. Lentz driving baseline, finds an opening.
And there you go. Now you walk in through that door now. It's a 5-point game.
Chipping away. The Titans. We're down by as many as, I think, 14, at least 12. Arica has it. Joe Noon with the ball over his head. Baker goes inside. Matarazzo with the turnaround, no good.
Just didn't get the roll.
Okore.
Remember that roll, and remember the roll down at the other end at the end of the half.
The phantom 3 that didn't go.
Right.
Stop and go dribble. In motion, in rhythm, Okore missed long.
Big offensive rebound.
Lentz in the land of the Giants had it deflected. Okori's going to go up with it and get fouled.
How about that? That's the one thing that North has been able to do in this game. They've been able to crash the offensive boards. And when you do that, you create those opportunities. Just like in hockey, when you put pressure on a team, you create a penalty.
Yep.
In this case, you create those opportunities for three-point plays with fouls.
And for a moment there, it sounded like we were in the North High School gym. Their student body, who are well represented here, were very loud on that tremendous drive to the basket by Okori, and he completes the three-point play. Titans fans ecstatic. It is just a 2-point game. Guertin, who expanded their lead at the opening of the second half, got it up to a dozen. Now it's just 2 points, and the momentum belongs to the Titans. Guertin working the ball down court, throw it away. Full court pressure pays off for North.
Yeah, the full court pressure plus the intensity level. The intensity level can sometimes work against you. And in that case, that's what happened.
Bishop Guertin calls a timeout. Coach Matt Regan, in his second year with Bishop Guertin, huddles the team. The Titans in their huddle as well have to be very happy with how this third quarter has gone.
It's you know, and it's a nice recovery by North because remember, Guertin took a 12-point lead.
Yeah.
Early in the quarter, they got 2 quick baskets. I'm surprised Steve Lane didn't call timeout like he did early in the second quarter. He didn't do it this time. He let him play it, and they played right through the adversity, and now it's a 2-point game. The Cardinals need to get someone to get hot. They need to get a shooter to get hot. They don't have Hisco in there right now. So in my mind, that would be Eureka to maybe help get things going. But they've got to play defense here. And a foul, it's a touch foul, and it's probably a cheap foul.
Yeah.
He had a little bit more of a push to it, so that's why the call.
Nathan Kane handling the inbounding duties for the Titans. Curtis Harris being marked by Mason Carroll. Harris to Okori. Chukwuemeka Okori. Joshua Lentz, Nathan Kane up to Brendan Choate. Josh Lentz was open for a second. Driving baseline, reverse and in! Joshua Lentz with a brilliant baseline drive to the basket with the reverse lay-in, and we are tied at 34.
There you go.
Twisting, Nathan, actually, Matarazzo got fouled, alert, loose ball, rebound, Maxwell Matarazzo. Off the miss by Davis Camacho. Matarazzo at the line can give his team the lead back with a free throw made here. Hits the first, gets a friendly bounce. Sam Mullet checks back into the game. Davis Camacho comes out. Sam Mullet, Max Matarazzo, Andrew Eureka, Mason Carroll, and Joseph De Silva.
Didn't have anything on it. Didn't have anything on it.
A 1-point lead for BG as we get aboard the seesaw now with 1:41 to go in the third quarter. Curtis Harris walks the ball up the court. The Titans have tied. Can they get the lead? Opportunity knocks. Kane to the left. Okori almost stolen by Hisco. Instead, it's a shot by Lentz. Rebound. Mason Carroll. Joe De Silva.
That was a great look by Lentz.
It
Looked like it was going to go from here.
Rika.
And that's the shot I think you need to get. You need to start to penetrate now because it's not working. The offense isn't working for Guertin. They've only scored 5 points in this period.
Wow. And they got those in the first minute, I think.
And John, I saw a situation where, you could go without points for almost 8 minutes at a time they did against Alvern. So, You've got to be careful. They need offense.
Sam Mullet with it. Andrew Arica, a minute even left to go, third quarter. At least 9 minutes to be played. BG throws it away. Turnover. Surprised that the Titan fans didn't cheer that more. That was good defense that produced the turnover. A little bit of sloppy play, but it's a great opportunity again for the Titans to take their first lead of this game. On a Friday, January 25 of 2019. Great action in the BG gym. And Brendan Choate got called for the travel. He can't believe it. He thought he continued his dribble the whole time. Yeah, other end of the court from us. Arica with the stop and go dribble. Puts the brakes on. Hisco and Arica play some catch. As Brendan Choate gets out in Andrew Arica's face. Double A1. Hands it off to Sam Mullet. To his right, Nathan Kane shadowing him. Couple of similarly athletically built individuals there, Nathan Kane and Sam Mullet. A great matchup among many great matchups in this game. Here's another one, Brendan Choate on Andrew Arica. What will Andrew Arica do? 5 seconds left in the quarter. Lost the handle, stolen, the shot. Over everything, right on line by Chuck Okore. And we go to the fourth quarter, a 1-point game. An encouraging third period if you're the Nashua North Titans and their fans. An alarming third period if you are the Cardinals. They were up by a dozen early in the third quarter and surrendered the big lead. The Titans did tie it. And the Cardinals will be up by 1 as we begin play in the fourth quarter. Quite the display of student enthusiasm there by the Bishop Guertin students who are here. And
yeah, but you know what, John? I think it could be louder in here. I really do.
But they had some choreography going there, swaying like the
but I think you gotta
Hawaiian
get going.
palm trees.
When they go to the line, you need noise.
And a drive, and now it's the North students' turn to erupt as it is the first lead of the game for the Titans. Curtis Harris driving to the basket for 2. Gives his team their first lead of this game, 36-35, and a chance for and 1. Goes to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Curtis Harris right off the opening inbound pass of the fourth quarter. And that, let's see if that's the last time that the Titans trail. They're up 2. Pressure on Guertin now, who came out so strong tonight on their home court. On paper, Guertin the underdog at 3-5 starting the game against a 6-1 North team. Faking the pass, Mason Carroll off the pick, lost the handle. Harris, nice steal, maintains possession in traffic. Brendan Choate in rhythm for 3.
Oh boy, here we go.
Timeout, BG.
Yep, gotta do it.
Nashua North asserting themselves on the basketball court. Their talent, the cream rises to the top here later in the game, but a 5-point lead suddenly for the Titans, who trailed by a dozen not so long ago. Brendan Choate and Curtis Harris leading their team back on top of the mountain right now. in a tense and exciting intra-city struggle. The top teams in New Hampshire Division I boys basketball in the standings right now, undefeated. Winnacunnet and Exeter are both 7-0 as of Friday, January 25. Salem is 7-1. Looking at Winnacunnet's schedule, they only played one team so far that has a winning record. That was Keene, but they were impressive against Keene. Winnacunnet won 71-49, so showing that maybe they do belong as the #1 team. Meanwhile, Exeter at 7-0, they played two teams with winning records, beating both Salem and Spalding in that category. Bishop Guertin now, 7 minutes to go in the game. They got to kind of recover from the psychological damage of giving up the big lead. The floater by Austin Hisco doesn't go. Inzerillo rebound. Okore feeds Choate, puts the brakes on to Inzerillo. Everybody touches it. In the corner, Kane finds the open Okore. He'll shoot it. Contested three. Doesn't go. Mason Carroll rebound for Bishop Guertin.
But I'll tell you what, though, 40-35 game. Guertin's offensive well has dried up.
It sure has. And they need something from Andrew Arica, I think, to get back on track. Losing the handle as he tries to dribble through traffic to Silva. Here's Okore, he's pickpocketed, but they're going to call a foul on that. Arica got some of the wrist of Chuck Okore as he drove to the basket. That's actually a good foul because it would have been an easy lay-in for Okore, who goes to the line. He'll have to earn a couple. 6:20 left to go in the game. I think I said it before. Chukwuemeka Okore is a young man who we saw literally grow up on the courts here in Nashua. He would follow his sisters to their games and shoot around at halftime. And he has grown quite a bit since those days. He missed the free throw. He's 6'2" now. Andrew Arica has it. Hisco in rhythm for three. They needed that one.
They sure did.
It doesn't go. And Chris Inzerillo, the big body underneath, with great positioning to get that defensive board. Bill Russell would have been proud of that one. As we mentioned in the first half, the 60th anniversary of a game in which Bill Russell pulled down 39 rebounds on a January 25 of 1959 for the Celtics. And by the way, they needed every one of those rebounds because the Celtics won that game by a point, 119-118 over the Detroit Pistons. I didn't realize the Pistons were around in 1959. They were an old team. Inzerillo hits the free throw. 42-35, and now it's North that's expanding on a big lead. How times have turned. Inzerillo calmly hits both free throws.
Unbelievable. What a run by North.
It started early in the third quarter, and it's continued, and no timeouts by Coach Matt Regan can seem to help. They need to hit a shot. Andrew Arica has it. Off a pick by Kyle Baker. Splits a double team off the glass. No good. Arica
can't get it to go.
No, it's like there's a lid over the basket on the BG offensive end. Inzerillo swings it. Curtis Harris wisely slows it down. They're nursing an 8-point lead right now with 5.5 to go. Kane gets it inside. Harris double teamed. Brendan Choate will shoot it from there. He backs it out. To his right. Brendan Choate with the follow away, in and out. Kyle Baker working for the rebound, ends up in the hands of Joseph Noon. Noon bounce pass. Hisco guarded by Lentz. They swing it out to Arica. He's got Choate in his face. What else is new? Noon in rhythm off to the left. Rebound, Curtis Harris gets knocked to the ground, and he keeps the dribble going. Holy Curly Neal of the Globetrotters. What a nice dribble play by Curtis Harris. He does it all on the basketball court. Outside to Inzerillo. Curtis Harris whips a pass underneath. Too quick, though, as it eludes the intended recipient. Eureka steal. Baker miss.
There it is.
They can't hit a shot.
Buy a basket. It's incredible. They get the offensive rebound, so that's the one problem, is they're only getting one crack at it, John.
The effort is there. The scores and the rebounds are not. Outside, Harris shoots it, makes it.
Boy.
Curtis Harris and Fuego. (46-35), an 11-point lead for the Titans, who trailed by a dozen. And it's all because, as Tom said, the well has run dry for the Bishop Guertin offense on a night when the flooding's going on outside with the temperature drop. Bishop Guertin's offense has gone way colder than the temperature outside. And to the line, let's get a free throw maybe. Kyle Baker to shoot a foul shot.
Got to make hay here. They haven't had a field goal since early in the quarter. In the third quarter.
Third quarter. Yeah, we got 3.5 left to go in the fourth. Baker made the free throw. Ball, there is no lid on the basket. We've just proven that scientifically. And he makes them both. And a huge cheer from the Bishop Guertin cheerleaders right in front of us doing their job. So Brendan Choate will inbound it. Curtis Harris back to Choate. Up ahead in the corner. Choate driving. Stolen.
There you go.
Sam Mullet driving. Off the glass and in. Sam Mullet with a big basket. I don't know how he made it. It looked like he got fouled. Throws it up and in. Oh, what a scoop play. Are you kidding me by Okore? So casually flips it in like he's out on the court all by himself. Just flipping the ball up on the backboard. And it goes through. The Cardinals. Oh, Brendan Choate. They're going to call a foul on Harris, I think. I think that was a clean.
But right now, Guertin is going to need 3-pointers.
Yeah. They're going to have to dramatically flip a switch here offensively and get hot to get back in and have a chance. Right now it's at the free throw line where Mason Carroll has a job to do. With 2:55 remaining, deep breath and a deep knee bend, and he can't get the bounce. 9-point lead for the Titans. And a lot of confidence offensively, too. I don't think they're done scoring. Mason Carroll hits the free throw. Andrew Eureka will check back in for Carroll, who gets congratulated as he comes off. Chuck Okore inbounding it, playing some catch in the backcourt of the Titans. Now they get it in the forecourt. And a football play. They went with a non-call, and then was it traveling? Heavy contact, and I think Brendan Choate might have hung on to the ball after that. Here's Eureka. A nice turnover for the Cardinals as they try to get back in this thing with under 3 minutes to go. Eureka, good misdirection dribble, but he can't get the bounce. In and out. Joshua Lentz got fouled by Hisco. Got a right shoulder into the junior guard Joshua Lentz to the line.
Every basket's being contested, but that's even more of a credit to what North has done to come back and take the lead in this game and take control of this game. 2:34 left, still plenty of time, but not the way Guertin is scoring points. His 8-point lead seems like 16.
Right. The shooting percentage for the Titans on this run's got to be about 75%. And conversely,
there's the noise I wanted with the free throw.
Oh, yeah. And Bishop Guertin's got to be shooting around 15%. I mean, it's abysmal. It's not like them either. Here's a shot from the corner. That's missing.
See, when they're throwing up wild shots now because they know they need points.
Yeah.
The offense just collapsed.
Joe Da Silva
and
not
I saw
close.
this happen against Alvin. They went over a quarter without scoring.
Wow. Bounce pass. Maxwell Matarazzo got
good
fouled.
Foul on the wrist. Good call.
Maxwell Matarazzo, senior forward, at the line to shoot a pair. 48-40, has a chance to make it a 6-point game.
See, when you're down by those points,
no.
You got to take your time. You rushed the free throw. Completely rushed it. Got to take your time.
Max munching on that mouthpiece, the Maxwell Matarazzo mouthpiece munch, and he makes the second one. So it's a 7-point game, 48-41. I guess Brendan Choate's breathing a little hard, hardly noticeable. Okori's got it. Here's Curtis Harris. He's on his horse, goes in the corner. Joshua Lentz twisting and turning, finds Nathan Kane. Kane up top. They're going to take some time off here. Coach Lane calling a play. Going both directions, and 5-second violation. You have to give it up or something. Got to familiarize myself with that rule. It's similar to the lane violation. Right. When one player has it too long. 48-41.
Can Guertin take advantage of it? They've got to score. There's no, I mean, it's a pretty simple game. Make or miss game. Yeah. You got to score your points. And here goes
Arika gets fouled and it goes. You're going to get continuation?
There's no continuation
Not
in
high school
basketball. No.
Yeah.
In the NBA, you get that call.
Yeah. Well, you're selling tickets, you get the continuation.
Exactly.
They're selling tickets here, though. You know? In the driveway, that counts.
Kind of, sort of.
in the playground, that counts. And one. Andrew Arika taking some deep breaths. We got a discussion going on here over by the scorers table. So, some fresh faces on. Kyle Baker, Joe Da Silva, Sam Mullett, Arika, and Mason Carroll, your 5 players for the Cardinals. Chuck Okore, Brendan Choate, Nathan Kane, Joshua Lentz, and Curtis Harris, the 5 players on the court for the Titans. Just over 2 minutes left. Key free throw here by Arika. Hits it. 6-point game. I'm going to add that phantom 3 at the end of the first half. It could only be a 3-point game right now.
And the layup by Arika that just went in and out.
We've just closed the gap completely.
That's 5 points right
with
there.
This free throw,
you get a 1-point game.
With this free throw, it would be a tie game now with those.
Yep. How about that?
Yep.
I told you.
Oh, you knew it. You knew it.
You knew it. Yeah.
It was gonna haunt. Andrew Arika's like, how long do I have to wait to shoot a free throw on my home court? Deep breath, deep knees, hits it. 5-point game. Key possession for North now with just under 2 minutes. They double team the ball carrier, Lentz. Timeout. North got the timeout. Kind of nervous there about the full ball pressure in the corner. And they are going to talk some strategery over there. John Collins with Tom King, Tim O'Neill, our cameraman, our executive producer, Pete Johnson. BG Band taking center stage. 1:51 remaining in the basketball game. North enjoying 48-43, up 5 with the ball. Full court pressure by Bishop Guertin. Underneath.
Foul, and that's the best play you can make to try to stop an easy basket like that. You can't allow North to have any easy baskets because it's proven at the line anybody can make or miss. I mean, this is the way that the game has gone.
So hard to stop Curtis Harris.
I wouldn't want Harris at the line in a clutch situation. He can focus, and that's an example of it. He's the one guy I don't want at the line.
Cool under pressure. Cool Curtis Harris makes it a 6-point lead for the Titans once again. 1:49 remaining in the game. We hope for a great one on a Friday night, and it delivered. Curtis Harris delivers 2 free throws in the clutch. A 7-point lead for the Titans. BG ball with 1:49 remaining, and the game remains the same. They need to make on this possession. Down 7. Andrew Arica, just a half-court pressure. Actually a prevent defense by the Titans right now. In rhythm, the shot is no good by Joseph Noon, out of bounds off the Titans.
Yeah, Lenz was too enthusiastic on the rebound. He should have let Noon grab it.
Inbound play for Joe De Silva.
I mean, if you're good, you keep getting these breaks handed to you. You gotta take advantage of them.
Maxwell Matarazzo finds Arica. Going to his left, driving, are they going to call? Nothing. No call, goes right by the shooter on the ground.
Arica was not Arica, but I mean De Silva.
De Silva
was on the ground. If he had just looked up, he would have gotten the ball.
Have you ever seen more contact with no whistle?
No.
Oh, boy. I guess that was even Steven. Not quite a block, not quite a charge.
Having trouble inbounding, has to go all the way back to Hisco. See, Hisco, I think, has got to take control. He's the guy. He's got to take over this game. He's not doing it.
Noon. Matarazzo from way downtown. Oh, that one pinned the decibel meter. Timeout North.
That's what they needed. But the question is it in time?
4 points with over a minute, I think it is.
That is no shot clock, John.
Oh,
remember
well,
that's
no true.
Shot
that's
clock.
true. Yep. Yep. Wow. Exciting finish to this one, no matter what happens. A 4-point game with under a minute to go. The final curtain. It struck me, Tom, I'm looking through the standings, Portsmouth, 2-time defending champs, 4-4 this season.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, kids graduate.
Kids graduate.
That's it. That's what happens.
It's cyclical.
Kids graduate. It's a new coach, I believe.
North's got a better team they had last year.
So I think this Nashua North team is a Final Four team.
Wow.
I think they're that good. The question is they need to win that quarterfinal on their home floor if they can do it. They had a team about 4 years ago that I thought had that potential, and they lost it to Manchester Memorial at home.
It's been a while since Nashua team's been in the Final Four, hasn't it?
5 or 6 years, I think. I think North had a underdog team the year before that, and they made the Final Four with a team that wasn't as good.
Driving Lentz.
Oh,
it doesn't go. Unlucky bounce for the Titans for once. And here's Arica. 55 seconds left, down by 4. This next basket would pin the decibel meter again here at the Caliga Dome. Sam Mullock driving!
Foul.
Got fouled.
But again, boy, you just cannot. They've had so many close shots that they have missed.
I think Sam was leaning for the contact that he didn't get as much contact as he thought he was going to get, and it threw him off balance a little bit. He did draw the foul, but it caused him to miss the shot. He's at the line.
I'll see if I'm the North kids. I'm making a lot of noise right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But they're so far away from it.
He missed the first.
Again, that energy, that intensity.
Yeah.
You saw the rush free throw earlier. And you saw that one go too far.
It's reverse psychology. They're being quiet in a noisy gym. Now everybody's noisy, both schools.
Nope.
And he missed that one.
That's awful. I mean, in terms of what BG's chances are right there.
Yeah.
That really hurts them.
Now
That's an
North,
awful turn of events for them. They were this close to getting within 2 points with less than a minute to play.
that was actually a foul, not a timeout.
Both those
They're going to put Nathan King, they're
they're
going to
gonna
put Brendan Choate at the line.
Both those free throws just because of the energy. Just too long. You know?
I don't know if there was any selection that went into that
No,
foul on Choate.
Foul quick to get him to the line.
He's shot free throws pretty well from what I remember.
And he did there.
Brendan Choate with a clutch free throw.
That's just it. Who's going to make him? Who's going to miss him? Comes down to that.
Yeah, it sure does. Sam Mullett missed a pair, and now it's Brendan Choate with a chance to make a pair if he hits this one. And a dramatic swing on the scoreboard is the result. 6-point lead for the Titans as they threaten to go to 7-1 on the season and join the top tier of teams in New Hampshire Division I boys basketball. Nice block by Brendan Choate. It's clean. No foul. Brendan Choate gets it back. Half a minute to go. And Curtis Harris is fouled.
And St. Harris. North has done a good job of putting the ball in the hands of people who can hit free throws. This is what you want to do at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And that's what we got right now. And it looks like the Titans are going to come out of here with a win.
A tale of two halves here.
Boy, you know, and that's
at Bishop Guertin.
You know, and that's how, you know, I thought this would happen in terms of North coming back. You knew they were going to have a run in them. It's just the fact that Guertin just was too cold for too long. Yep. It's that simple, John. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned a whole quarter. I think you will find a whole quarter worth of minutes in this one where they were cold also. Early in the third, extending into the fourth. And it's made the difference as Curtis Harris is just burying one free throw after another. And Bishop Guertin along with it. Oh, big offensive rebound by Nathan Kane.
And a foul.
And he did get fouled.
Yep.
It's not over the top. He just beat BG to the ball. 27 seconds left to go, and that's pretty much the death knell right there, you would think, as Nathan Kane goes to the line. So 4 free throws. Let's see how many they make. That's 3.
They've been 4 out of 5 right now.
Right.
4 out of 5 down the stretch. And actually, John, 4 out of 5, 6 out of 7 down the stretch if you count the 2 that Harris made earlier.
Make it 7 out of 8.
Yep.
Kyle Baker inbounds it.
This one's over.
Yeah. A 9-point game with 20 seconds. There's a long heave that doesn't go for Joe Da Silva. Rebound taken away by Gabriel Buxton. That almost went in, a dramatic over the no-look shot by Hisco, but I don't think it would have counted. It was after the whistle. 10 seconds left. So a very raucous and loud and well-behaved student body of North and student body of Bishop Guertin came together in a packed gymnasium, and that will do it as the final seconds tick off. Nashua North goes to a record of 7-1. They'll be in the top tier of New Hampshire Boys Division I standings, along with Winnicott, Exeter, and Salem, who also have 7 wins on the season. And BG falls to 4, make that 3-6 on the season. For Tom King and Tim O'Neill, I'm John Collins, thanking you for watching. 55-46 North over BG here at the Bishop Guertin High School Gymnasium. Good night from the Caliga Dome, everybody.